What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ason's here, Young Flacco, repping that Soundflick podcast. How's it going? Hope you're staying safe in quarantine. Real quick, let's introduce my co-host.
Yeah, Skywalker Mike, right here. You know, chilling with the cool background. You know what it is.
Where you at, bro?
Yeah, it's your boy Narik. That's before he tells you where he's at.
Yeah,
he's at home.
Actually, I snuck into an AMC and thought I can, do the pod from here. But
okay,
just kidding. Now I'm here at home, chilling. You know, I just thought it'd be cool to do.
Get any concessions, bro? Do you have any popcorn?
No, I don't actually. I wish I did, but yeah, I miss the theater, man. Like, this is how much I miss the theater. Like, it's heartbreaking.
Do you guys ever use those like different flavor like stuff you can put on your popcorn at the movies? Do you guys use those?
Nah, just butter, man.
So one time I did, and I regret it. I was like, "Why did
I did that with the cheese one, and I love kettle
cheddar.
Corn. Yeah, and then I used the kettle corn powder, and it just ruined the whole. I had a large one too. I was pissed.
Hey, you know what's crazy? The last time we went to the movie theater, we all went together.
Yeah,
we did.
Well, I went to the movies a little bit after that.
What?
I went to go see 2 movies after that.
You went after without us, Mike?
You didn't even tell us until now.
It was literally like the week before quarantine.
Damn.
I was like, damn, I think they finna shut it down. I gotta go get my.
I think they're gonna close it. That's crazy.
I had to squeeze a few watches in, and when I went, there was nobody, just me. Like, it was crazy. It was The Hunt and
actually no, I think you did tell us
Invisible Man or something else.
Oh, okay.
Did I go see Invisible Man? I think I saw that before onward. Either way, last memory I have of the movies with you guys. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Well, Invisible Man is now available for pay-per-view, but we'll get into all that. What episode are we on?
24.
Hey,
Kobe. If y'all aren't teaching your kids to say Kobe before they shoot, are you really a good parent / big brother, sister?
The answer is no, you're not.
Exactly.
Dope. Well, it's good to be with y'all. You know,
another pod.
We're right back at it. You know, quarantine isn't going to stop these Soundflick boys from podding.
Not at all.
It's not. No,
it's not going to stop the movie watching either. Because we used to be
that's all I'm doing.
Everything.
That's all I'm doing.
More movie watching than ever.
Yeah.
Yo, I did tell you guys that my extension from work got extended again. So I'm I have all this time to write and watch movies again. And
same here. Just no job, just watching movies. You know, I don't know what else. I mean, I know Narik, you're still working, which is pretty cool.
Still working. It's cool, but it's not cool at the same time. I thought I would have way more time just because I was working from home, but not really. I still have to work at the hours that I would work. The only thing that's good is that I don't have any traffic or anything like that. I ain't got to drive anywhere. So,
bro, you know how much money we're saving on gas?
Oh, a bunch.
What is gas? I don't think I've been to the gas station in a month.
I filled up last week, and I'm still at 3/4 of a tank.
It was about $25 for me to fill up. I love
$17 to fill up my
tank.
$17.
It's glorious.
It really is. The amount of money I'm saving. If y'all aren't investing right now with all this money that you're saving, I highly. Oh, have you guys checked out any actual investment apps yet?
We should invest in movie theaters.
Yes, I was about to say
right now.
I was dead ass about to say that.
Because
maybe
right
drive-ins.
Now, a lot. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of not smart, but it would be helpful to movie theaters. You know, only because that's what we love. But it's also it puts us in a tough spot. You know?
Right. I have a homie that's investing in rental car places right now. So if you guys aren't tapping into investing, I was looking at different apps because I think some apps give you $10, $20 credit. You can buy stocks for stupid cheap.
Yeah, it's from what I've heard, a lot of people don't like investing right now because a bunch of newcomers that don't know anything about investing are investing right now, and they're messing up the market. But
like your boy,
like Young Flacco right there.
Hey.
But now it's crazy, man. It's interesting that you said about the movie theaters. I was reading an article about AMC. And we were talking about the last time we went to the movies was together until Skywalker Mike reiterated that he went to the movies after us.
He was like, actually, guys.
Yeah, but the movies that he went to go see, they were done by Universal, and Universal is now doing pay-per-view, where they're doing, I believe it's like $20, like $19.99 to be exact, for 2 days rental of a brand new movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they did Trolls 2 World Tour, which made it was about $100 million with that concept.
That's crazy.
And AMC was pissed because they're like, yo, we had an agreement that this movie was supposed to be shown through us. And what this is telling movie studios is that, like, if you go direct to consumer, cut out the middleman, they're on some drug dealer shit right now, cut out the middleman, and we go straight to consumer, you're going to get those wholesale prices. You're going to get it, like, it's just going to be better. And people are going to start to watch movies from home instead of actually going to movie theaters. What do you guys think about that?
It's heartbreaking, you know, like, because in that same article, like, all these theaters have helped these companies and these studios, like, stay afloat, you know, like, if it wasn't for these studios, you know, in the last 10 years, for these theaters in the last 10 years, like, these studios like Blumhouse or even Universal, Sony, all of them wouldn't have the budget they have to create movies right now, you know? And not only that, like, I feel like theaters were the demand for movies. Now I don't feel like as much movies will be made because of this. But then again, you know, with Netflix and Hulu, Amazon doing originals, who knows? They can still be a good amount.
Do you think AMC would benefit from having, like, their own streaming service, like their own streaming theater, where movies will still be, or do you think that that's, like, redundant now? Like, you might as well just go straight to consumer.
I think it could be good, you know, because, like, for the smaller studios, if they want to show their movie, but, like, not everybody knows about, like, I don't know, like, let's say A24, like, not everybody's gonna go to A24's website because they don't really know them like that. Like, when you put an A24 movie at, like, AMC or Harkins, you want to go see it, you know?
Yeah,
that's true.
Like, because these are smaller movies, like, you never heard of them, but if it's in the movie theater, you're like, oh, it must be good if it's a theater. But, you know, like, that's how I usually, like, put it. If it's not at the theater, like, it's gonna be hard to find, to see, and it's probably not that great. That's why it didn't even make, you know, this theater.
You know, it's super crazy because those movie studios can invest in creating commercials and content for that streaming to bring awareness. So now they're going to start giving money to networks instead of giving money to movie theaters.
Yeah.
You know, if they give money to NBC or CBS or someone like that, in order to show that there's a commercial where you can download this movie, you know, or rent this movie, it's just crazy. But the CEO of AMC came out and basically said they will no longer be showing Universal movies from now indefinitely, you know, until they lift that, which I think that is a super bold move. And I don't even know if they really have the leverage to make that kind of move, but
I think it's too late now.
They were pissed. They were pissed, man. It's crazy what's going on.
I'm assuming over the years they just built up, like, the sense of, like, loyalty, which you kind of have to from, like, direct to movie studio with all these different companies that run theaters. But now that that's kind of gone, it's kind of like, yo, well, I need to get this movie out
overnight.
And then, like, they had this huge budget for, like, the Trolls movie, so they can't be out millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just one of those things where, like, you can try to agree with both sides and you kind of understand where both sides are coming from, but it's kind of just one of those things where you have to just observe and let it happen because you're like, I can't do anything. I'm just trying to watch this movie. So
yeah,
I'm shocked that Trolls made that much money. Like,
I'm not at all. Kids are stuck at home, bro.
That is true. I just didn't know Trolls had, like, a fan base like that.
Oh, they don't. It was just perfect timing because parents are sick of teaching their kids. they're sick of dealing with their kids because they got to work and they got to take care of their kids. So they're just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to just pay this $20 and occupy yourself for 2 hours.
For real, down.
And especially for a 2-day rental, like, yo, Me and your dad are gonna be in the other room. Y'all can watch this movie. Go right
all
ahead.
day for 2 days straight.
Literally. Especially a musical. Bro, my little brother used to watch.
I want to know what he's taking.
Oh man,
if he's in there for 2 days straight, man. That's a whole different.
When we got Finding Nemo on VHS, that is all we saw for 2 weeks straight. Not because I wanted to, because my sister was like, "Just put it on again." I'm like, no. She's like, "Do it, or I'm gonna tell grandma." I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah, I never understood that. Like, I was never that kid where I had to watch the same thing over and over again when it came out. But I hear those stories all the time. They're like,
my brother used to watch The Cat in the Hat all the time. He used to watch Hairspray all the time. Like, there's just certain movies that he'd be like, "Yo, run it back," like all day.
Again, like I'm just like, are you not tired? Like, we already know every line in this movie. You really want to watch it again? Like, yes.
That's just the era where I decided to just put my Xbox in my room and just have my own TV in my room. Separate myself from.
Well, this is pre-Netflix and like
pre-streaming,
pre-Blu-rays, even, you know, like, so.
Bro, are DVDs even relevant anymore? Like, it's crazy.
Somewhat, you know, kind of, sort of, not really.
It kind of hand in hand with the whole like streaming service / like physical copies. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, man. It's really insane. So I'm definitely going to keep my eyes glued to those developments, you know, because we will be going back into the theaters. I don't think it's going to be a situation where we'll never go back to the theater. I think we'll go back to the theater. Yeah, you know, the seats may be a little bit more spread apart and there might be less people per theater, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to experience that again. And when that comes back, is Universal still going to be blackballed from AMC, you know, or from Cinemark?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
I can just see them like partnering up with another studio and making them like a bigger conglomerate, like Harkins or like a Draft House, Alamo. I don't know if you guys have heard of that, the Alamo Draft House. It's another similar one to like Harkins, but it's a lot more luxurious and stuff like Galaxy Theaters. I don't know if you guys like, they can partner up with different people and it wouldn't hurt them, I think.
It reminds me of Cinemark. You know how Cinemark has the M box where it's like the fourth dimensional, like the seats move and you're kind of just in that. Like, it's kind of like you're in the movie. It's kind of like those types. But I wouldn't doubt if they took, instead of like, if AMC isn't going to play their movie anymore, if they would be like, well, this app or streaming service would probably rent it out. So I wonder if they're going to like stick to that and still release it in theaters once quarantine's over and whatnot.
And I also am wondering if movie prices will go up because movie theaters are going to try and provide more in order to entice people to go to them. So, you know, like how every now and again, like, or not even every now and again, but more movie theaters were popping up that offered dinner or offered alcohol or different things like that. It's like now all the theaters basically have to offer something that makes it different from just watching it at home. Other than a big screen.
Yeah. And sound, you know, they really want the experience. So, yeah, but there's a lot more like that. Like Draft Alamo Draft House and Galaxy are one of those theaters. So, you know, if Universal or Latino was a theater like that, like, I think that'll probably take their movie to the next level, you know? Like, you can only see Universal exclusively at these type of theaters. Like, that changes the experience for a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. It's reminds me of the streaming wars when Spotify and Apple Music were having and Tidal were having exclusive releases. It's like you could only get it if you go here.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't see that movie in AMC like at all, you know, but I think that this is a good time for drive-ins really to thrive and really.
Well, I read this article that Gnarly posted talking about drive-ins probably going to reopen soon. Which makes sense because, well, as long as you shut down the concessions and then probably have somebody regulating the restrooms, like, you stay in your car.
Well, they should also have like some sort of drive-through, you know, for the concessions. Like, why am I getting out of my car to get concessions when I'm already...
Well, the idea of the drive-in already is that you pull up with your own food. At least that's like my perception.
You could buy concessions there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can bring your own food and just go to your own drive-through prior to that. But, if they want to keep a workforce, I mean, you can have somebody take orders, but then I feel like people want to be private in their cars, you know, because they already getting it cracked.
You already know.
You already know.
Honestly, don't come back after 9 o'clock.
Do you think that the drive-ins will have new movies playing, like the ones that are ones that are probably could be scheduled, or
if quarantine were to be up by end of next month, probably not. It would have to be like, because everything got pushed back to like October, right? For the most part.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of movies got pushed back, especially from like major studios. As far as I know, everything that's set for the fall, other than like movie studios that are counting on, billions being made, like Disney or Warner, different movie companies like that. Majority of the movies should be resuming around September, October, but we'll see. Like that means we don't have any summer blockbusters that are scheduled,
which is crazy.
It's really insane.
Oscars are going to be slim pickings this year.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Like, what are they going to do?
Bro, I was talking about this with my dad, but more like on the video game side, because my brother plays
Sonic going to get an Oscar.
Yo,
Sonic's about to get the best animated film. Watch.
Yo,
bro,
that's a fact.
Now, watch Trolls come through and take that. Watch Trolls come through and take that easy.
They're just easy, man.
But like on the video game side, it's kind of like, how do you like, especially sports games? If all sports are shut down, you can't really track those stats. Especially like whether it be MLB The Show or NBA 2K21.
Yeah. So quick thing, like about football, just like super quick. I heard that it still might go on. They might even do it with no crowd. They just the players, because you can test the players, but you can't test the crowd.
Well, that's what the NBA was supposed to do, and then what's his name got the virus.
Yeah, but the owner doesn't want to.
Back. Yeah, they're going to bring sports back.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind having no crowd. Like it just. I mean, the UFC did that. Like Dana White, the last UFC event was literally.
Nah, they just canceled it. Actually,
I thought it was. Oh, really?
The one that was supposed to be on an island, like Mortal Kombat and the Kumite.
It was supposed to be like in Germany or some shit.
Yeah, they cut that out. But Vince McMahon, which is so crazy that it's Vince McMahon, but he's the one that is in charge. Like him and a few other owners are in charge of bringing sports back. So they're trying to figure out. I think a lot of stuff is going to be happening in Florida, and I think if they're going to look at the states that are reopening, there's definitely not going to be any sports in California as long as California is locked down. That's for sure.
That's
these
what
California protests, oh my lord!
It is what it is.
It's ridiculous.
It's just no words. Like there's really no reason. So. I'll just leave it at that.
People have problems being with themselves at home, and that's the real issue. There is no protest strong, like there's no reason strong enough to protest, in my opinion. Like to open up California as if you're being held at your own will. Like, no, you're not. Like you can go outside. You're really not. You're really not. Like you can go outside if you want to go outside. Yeah, you can't go to a restaurant or you can't go shop at a certain location, but there's still online shopping. There's still food places that are open for takeout and for delivery. Like,
bro, I can only imagine if martial law were to kick in, how people would react. If martial law were to kick in, it would be, yeah.
The main thing I feel like, as far as like protesting is concerned, and this is just a segue, like we still have the internet, we still have electricity. Like if those things were gone, then I could understand a protest of like, all right, we need to open back up because we need electricity, we need the internet, we need stuff to kind of keep going. But everything is going the same way that, that it was going before. It's just that you're home. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw this. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, go ahead. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm upsetting myself. I gotta chill.
Speaking of staying at home, we have been staying at home, obviously. And we were staying at home. We did a Netflix party.
Yeah,
and it was our first Netflix party. For those that don't know what a Netflix party is, it's exactly what it sounds like, But from the comfort of your own home, you just click the link that somebody sends you, and you're in sync watching the movie with them. So we just did that recently with The Matrix.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out The Matrix. Fun. Shout out Keanu Reeves.
And that was probably like my third or fourth time watching that movie again.
Yeah, I've seen that movie a few times, but it was cool because even with the Netflix party, I was finding out things that I didn't notice all the times that I watched it before. Like just for having the conversation and for having people talk while you're watching it, other people who are interested in the movie. It was so cool to just hear people's perspective on what was going on while we were all in sync watching.
Yeah. VL was in there. Shout out VL.
Shout out VL.
He had me laughing the whole time, bro.
He had some really cool like little clues that I didn't really pick up on.
Oh, especially when he was talking about metaphors, how different scenes sit for different things, and I was like, "Yo, you're woke." I was like, "I don't know."
He said it was his favorite movie, so that was really cool. You know, to have people that like, hey, I really like this movie. Let's watch it together. So, but the chat really made it interesting. You know, even funny at times. You know, just funny. Like it's just
people
cool
making jokes and
people join.
Yeah.
I hit up Raven about it, and she got super stoked as soon as I told her. Shout out Masterminds, but Raven was like, "Dude, like I need something like this," and I think it kind of brings back some normalcy and like hanging out with your friends and kind of just like social media aspect, but not like on an actual social media. It's kind of like you guys are just doing this together.
I feel like more people should do it. You know, like even if it's with your like 2 other friends or like your grandma that's in Alaska or. You know, like you can do it with anybody. We did it because
Netflix in order to use it.
To start it,
only the host
needs Netflix. The person you send it to or whoever you send it to doesn't need Netflix.
Okay, because I signed in and I was like, I wasn't sure. But
what was so cool about it too is that, you know, whenever you watch movies with other people, you never really know if they're like interested in seeing the movie. You know, they might have other reasons why they're there or whatever, but like Netflix Party has done it in such a way that only if you're interested in the movie that's being watched, you're going to stay there and take part in it. And that's really what made the interaction between everybody so cool. Like people laughing at the same scenes or making a joke off of a scene that happened or talking about something that's coming up, you know, or it was awesome. Like I had a really good time.
Yeah, we plan to do more. We'll probably be doing polls of some movies. You know, we'll probably pick a few and then see what people want to see. Like I've seen already some good selections on Netflix that I'm like, I can't believe this is on Netflix. So
we're gonna do some voting for sure with our audience, and the 3 of us will most likely pick a movie to vote on, and then we'll do like a random film. Just something that's in the Netflix archive. And you know, we'll vote for it and we'll see whichever one wins is the next one that we'll watch. And we hope to see you guys there or hear from you guys when you guys get there. We had a few people sign in that we didn't even know, you know, we're going to be a part of it. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool. Word of mouth, you know. I was just kind of sending it to everybody, you know, like it's something like you said, to feel normal again, you know, just watch a movie, sit down, enjoy, just distract yourself from everything that's going on. Like that's what we're doing with the pod right now. Like this is meant for a distraction, you know, a little getaway, you know, just for a little bit. Because I mean, life is too short, and you know, to have it be slowed down, you know, it's good to slow down for a little bit and enjoy your time. So
very true. And The Matrix was just a good, like, it was like enough action and like mind-blowing type of movie to get us thinking and to get us engaging, you know.
It still just trips me out, like a lot of scenes, and I'm just like, damn, like that, did she really say that? Like that's crazy. Like just it messes with you, you know, type of thing.
Yeah. I had no idea that The Room was 303 for Trinity and 101 for Neo. I didn't catch that. All the times I watched it, I never caught it. I felt like an idiot, but it was really cool to have that pointed out.
Yeah.
I was talking to Daylight about it after, because I went live on Instagram and I was telling Daylight about the podcast, and I told him how we did the Netflix party, and dude's like super woke, but he's just like, bro, like I'm pretty sure we're in the Matrix now, and it's like that movie, the way it has like certain people think, or the way it works your mind, and the way it makes people process. Like, it's beautiful / like you could be a weirdo / like it could be true. It's just one of those things that's just like super awesome.
Yeah, it definitely gave it made everyone not necessarily just like internalize what was going on. You know, usually when you watch a movie, you kind of keep to yourself. But while we were watching it together, especially with a movie like that kind of forces you to think, everyone was kind of like, yo, imagine going through this. Like, is this for real? Like, you know, if it is real, like, what would you do? And, you know, just the whole scene of Neo getting woken up with the pill and him, like, you know, getting woken up in Zion and everything like that. I think everybody who was in the chat kind of all felt the same.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, like, what if this really happened and you woke up and you had all these holes in you and like it was just coming out and you could barely see? And it was a great pick. It was a great movie that we got to see. I'm interested.
Classic.
Yes, for sure. I'm definitely interested to see what other genres we can watch and like how people kind of react to that, you know?
I'm excited for the first comedy movie we watch because I just know the chat's just going to go down like the whole movie.
If it's funny, if it's truly a funny movie, then the chat's going to go wild. But if it's not really all that funny, I think that's going to be like very telling. You know what I mean? Like we're going to watch the movie and no one's going to say anything, but it's like, it's all right.
It's all funny to like just us three. Everybody else is like, why are they making us watch this?
I'm waiting for the first movie that we watched that like someone hits the chat like, yo, you guys ready to turn this off? Like,
yo, flip something else on, please.
I would hate for that to happen. We're all watching the movie, all like super enjoying it, and then the chat's just like, yo, can we like take another vote? Can we do this?
Oh yeah, if it's just one person, then like they can leave. We'll kick them out.
And I thought it was funny that it tells you, it notifies you when somebody leaves, because I'm just like, oh, I think it was the homegirl Tantu from Viva La Boba.
Dang, like, call her out.
It's cool. She don't care. She love Viva La Boba.
It's cool. Maybe she had connection problems. You don't know. Like
that's true. That's true. But like she came through. It was like, hey, I'm here, and I did this movie when I was like in high school, and then she left. I was like, oh damn.
I think she was like, guys, I'm smoking. I was just like, either you're really high or like you just fell asleep. I was like, I'm not mad at it.
But speaking of Netflix, still, they just recently dropped an original that we could talk about really quick.
Yes, I saw it.
It was super out of the blue. I was like, oh.
What was the name of it again?
Extraction.
Extinction?
Extraction. Like you got to say like the word extraction.
Extraction. Oh boy, are you saying that because he's Australian?
Nah, because he's Thor. That's how he sounds.
It reminds me of that. What's that one song? It's like "Whip It Excursion," something like Batman.
Oh,
what's it? Skepta? That's
Skepta or Gigs, one of the two.
It's Gigs.
Yeah. Oh yes, what's that Drake song that he's on?
Skepta is better than that.
What is the Drake song he's on?
You're right.
That's Baka here, real long talker. When Drake tries to do the fake accent.
Yeah. I think that was off of Views. Drake just dropped some new stuff too. I wonder if you guys check it out. But anyway, we're gonna go back to this movie real quick. Extraction.
It's not what I expected.
Yeah, it was starring Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth,
aka Thor. And it was written by the Russo brothers, not directed by them, but they were a part of the writing team. Yeah. And it took place in Bangladesh, which is really, really cool just to see.
Yeah.
Bangladesh and like it was like a really like that's what I like about Netflix films is that they care about diversity, right? And they'll really film on location with other actors from that location. They're not gonna just whitewash it the whole time. Even though that there's a white lead, but like
Chris Hemsworth was the only white person in the whole movie.
For real. Yeah.
The whole movie.
So that was really cool and exciting. And basically he just played like this badass ex-military mercenary kind of guy, and it made me think, man, that there are people like that in our world. Like there are people who refuse to kind of go back to society, that they're like, I'm not going to be a civilian anymore. I'm going to just continue this war, wherever there's bad things going on, you can hire me to take care of this, and I'm going to go take care of it. And that's kind of what he was. So
yeah, it's interesting because Netflix does a lot of those type of films, like mercenary type films. There's another one with Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaac, the guy who plays Poe Dameron, and the guy who plays the Mandalorian. They're all in a movie on Netflix. It's about mercenaries. Like they're all mercenaries called Triple Frontier. So like I don't know, maybe they're buying the right true partially in a like to an extent, you know, like there's
and it seems like that it's an easy movie for them to make. Like any sort of like guerrilla warfare type of movie allows them to allows the realism that Netflix likes to do without like the huge budget that would come with explosions and all of these like different angles and you know all this stuff. Really is just like
the
paying for vehicle.
CGI in that movie looked a little different than usual.
Yeah, that are you talking about with that one shot that they did? They did like an entire like 15-minute one shot of like car chase.
Yeah, I did
into
remember
him getting into
that.
the building. Well, the car chase looked a little weird, but it was cool still that they like attempted to try that, you know, I appreciated it.
There's been a few movies to do that lately. I think 1917 and John Wick did something similar to that. Just one shots. So.
I think the best one shot, hands down, that Netflix has done is probably Daredevil. Daredevil, that hallway scene that in the first season was just that was the first time I recognized that a one shot was happening right in front of me. Like I was like, they haven't cut. Like this is they just keep going. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's pretty tight. But what'd you think of Extraction? Sin, did you see it?
I haven't got around to watching it yet. I started watching it, and then I think my family was like, let's watch something else. So I was like, okay.
I liked it.
It's hard, man. I'll be trying to watch certain movies, and nobody lets me. I'm just like, I don't want to watch this alone. But I just end up watching it like later on. I'll probably
I peeped it. It was cool. You know, it wasn't really what I expected. I think I had mentioned to you, like, I thought it was going to be more like, I mean, it was kind of like a war film, but I didn't expect it to be like mercenary drama.
You thought he was going to be the one that had to get extracted instead of him extracting someone else?
Like somebody was going to go save him or, you know, stuff like that.
I originally thought that too. I thought he was like stuck behind enemy lines and like was trying to get out, and it was going to be this whole thing about him getting out, but he was trying to get a kid out. You know what was crazy? You know when I knew that like, yo, shit was real was when they murked the kid's homie. Like the police
off the bat
domed him. I was like,
he was like, it's okay, you don't have to be scared. And I was like, bro, why'd you kill him? Like,
I was like, fam, now
Bangladesh police remind me of how, like, because I see a lot of Narcos on Netflix. They remind me of like the cartel, of how the police are in the cartel in Mexico and stuff.
Yeah. You know, I almost had an opportunity to go to Bangladesh with a friend of ours, shout out Emran, and about a couple years ago, and I really, really wanted to go, but I couldn't get the funds together. And then after seeing the movie, I was like, ooh, I'm kind of glad I didn't go. Not to diss Bangladesh or anything, because obviously it's a movie and the point is scary like that. But I was just like, damn, like it seems like anything could pop off like at any time.
Yeah. And then the like saying how I didn't expect like what it was gonna be is like Netflix will release the trailer a week before, like to the public a week before it'll be like trending, and you're like, where did this movie come from? And then you don't even know what it is until you're watching it, you know.
So, I'm not a fan of Netflix trailers.
Cool. Yeah.
I feel like Netflix has to, I mean, I know that they're kind of like anti-network. So
I actually saw a Netflix commercial of the trailer.
Really?
Yeah. On TV.
Really? On TV?
On TV.
On what network?
I think my dad was watching like ESPN. So
yeah, I don't got cable, so like I don't catch any commercials. If I do, it's all.
I was walking YouTube by. I was like, oh, that's cool. They put it on TV. Yeah.
That is cool. I was thinking about that because I feel like Netflix should do that more. You know, Netflix should definitely.
Maybe they just started doing that. Yeah.
Maybe they heard the pod and they were like, "Yo, these guys know what they're talking about."
That's fire. But we need to check. If that's the case, then we need to check for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie was cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's just cool little at-home watch. There's not. I mean, it's better than a lot of other things on there. So.
Yeah, it kept getting more and more serious as I was watching. Like I was like, oh, okay, they're not playing.
Yeah, it's pretty lengthy too.
Okay, they're not playing.
It's pretty lengthy.
Oh, okay.
They're really not playing. Yeah.
Yeah. It kept increasing with the not playing.
Yeah. Like there was a part of the movie where I was like, "Is this it? Is it gonna be over?" And then like a twist, real quick. I was like, "Oh, I knew it was gonna be over." But then there's another twist, and you're like, "Oh, that's pretty." Cool.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see what's his name, David Harbour from Stranger Things.
Yeah. He was.
I was like, "Yo,
for a little bit.
I know this guy."
Netflix, they got their selection of actors low key.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things that kind of defines Netflix is that they reach out to certain actors to kind of continue to do Netflix shows and Netflix movies, which I appreciate for sure. I think that's like really cool. I like because it's kind of like Quentin Tarantino. I like that he uses the same actors to play all these different parts and to add range to these actors and to add things that are kind of going on. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here. Netflix is saving my life right now. So
thank you, Netflix. We finished the 1 week Hulu for free. But like where it has like Showtime and all these dope ass movies on there. So I was watching because we wanted to watch the NFL draft last week. So we signed up for the 1 week live TV thing. So we're watching the draft, and then, bro, they have so many hits on there. It was fire. I rewatched everything.
That live TV is expensive, bro.
Oh, bro,
like, damn.
That's why we did the 1 week free. It's $60 a month.
That's nuts, bro. That's nuts. It's damn near cable.
Yeah, I want to say yes. Like, if I had the money, I'd be like, you know what, I'm down because like you get a bunch of dope movies, like new releases too. Plus live TV, so I would kind of be interested. Plus the whatever Hulu already has, but I don't got an extra $60 to be spending a month.
I feel that.
Yeah,
because he's investing. That's why he doesn't have it.
Into my future, paying off all this debt. Now's the best time you're paying off debt if you haven't.
Oh yeah, that's the goal right now. If you're saving money and you don't have to drive into work or anything like that, any paycheck that you get if you're working from home, straight to debt. Taking care of that. I'm trying to come out of this quarantine debt free.
Yeah, I was just talking to some friends how like the quarantine, if it wasn't for the quarantine, like right now I'd be traveling because I had bought a ticket to go see a concert in Colorado. Mm-hmm. So like I would have been saving money but for the trip. But in a sense, like this quarantine.
Oh, you were going to Red Rock?
Yeah, I was going to Red Rock.
Oh, bro, I would have met you there, man. I would have
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So popping, man. So like in a sense, like the quarantine was a bit of a reality check. It's kind of like, you got the money, go spend it on something that's going to be helpful, like loan, like the debts that I have. So it's cool that I might come out debt free and might be a little bit more financially free than I was before the quarantine. So
how you guys? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say, how you guys feeling about because I would have been traveling too. I would have been in the Bay Area with Shade, and then I was going to a concert in Arizona. But how do you guys feel about all these live streams that are happening? Like, especially like the Verses, plus like I know Shade's doing he's been doing his weekly Sunday streams, or even bigger artists are like I just finished that virtual tour with Daylight, and he had like almost few thousand people like every stream.
No, they're pretty cool. It's keeping people engaged, and there's an audience for it. Like there's been an audience created for it. Like I always hear a lot of people like, I hate the live streams, and then like I go to a live stream and there's 1,000 people. It's like, well, these 1,000 people don't hate the live streams.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's good, man. I think it's something that even after the quarantine is going to stay.
Oh, easy.
A little bit more consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that actually, I think a lot of live shows are going to require being streamed live also, or maybe not live, but their stream will have to be up literally like a day after the show comes out
Yeah.
for people to kind of engage and be around it. I think it's something that's going to remain, and I think that people are starting to get it right. The IG Live thing is still a little iffy for me. It just kind of depends on like whether I care enough to see the person on IG Live, knowing that IG doesn't have the best audio, or knowing that it'll cut out in an hour or anything like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are using Twitch. A lot of people are pre-recording. I know that there's like some other apps that are out there that you can attach audio in your interface to really make sure that like you get the best audio and the best experience. My only thing with the live shows is just you have to you can't perform as if you're performing in front of a crowd. Like I appreciate the live shows that do that like, just kind of do something a little different, whether they're really making the music right then and there, it's in their studio, it's like a little bit more intimate, kind of like a Tiny Desk concert. That's what it feels like. It's like you're getting a whole bunch of different Tiny Desk concerts. So I think in the next month or so, like especially for the rest of the year, we're probably going to have virtual shows for the rest of the year for sure.
Yeah. There's actually been 2 virtual shows that I've been to, not on Instagram. Just quick little side that on Fortnite, they're doing like little concerts right now with Diplo.
Yeah.
And Major Lazer. And even before that, they did a whole thing with Travis Scott that got like a lot of people like.
It was like 28 million or something like that on Fortnite.
Like a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was
20 million players, but it was watched over like 100 million times or something like that.
Yeah, because of the streams, and they did separate viewings as well.
Yeah, and it was only like a 20-minute set,
10.
A 10-minute set, even less. So like, I mean, with artists that are signed and that are bigger, they should definitely leverage their label and leverage their connections to try and get exclusivity when it comes to, virtual shows. But for independent artists, you definitely have to tap in on looking at what's the best way to get the best audio, what's the best way to kind of broadcast so that you can maximize, just kind of
connection,
the connection,
bandwidth, latency, stuff like that.
All of that.
Yeah,
all of that
there's
comes
a lot
into
to
play.
take into. Yep. But I mean, it's worth it. There's people streaming from home and that have figured all that out. Whether it's video games or they're just vlogging, doing makeup, tutorials, there's a lot to do.
Creatives will create, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do.
Last tidbit on it, do you guys feel like the artists that are doing it should get like paid? Like, for example, like people watch streamers all the time. Like I'm always watching live streams of like Wildcat. Sometimes they'll tap into Ninja, then there's Myth and all these other streamers. People like do donos to them all the time. They'll donate like whether it be like $1 to $5, or I've seen people donate like $100.
I think if you're gonna do it on Instagram Live, no, you don't deserve to get paid.
Nah.
If you want to get paid, you got to go to Twitch and do it there, because people will donate money to you while you're streaming. Like they can pay, like if they want to put a little icon, like they have to pay for the little icon, like. Because IG isn't asking people like go live; they're just bored and they're doing it,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I
Twitch
agree with
supplies
you on that.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that. I think with Twitch, you should pay, or with any other type of streaming device, whether it's like a third-party company or you're creating your own company to stream from your website or whatever. Then yeah, you should get paid in order to do that. If there is anything where it's like Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, IG, like unless you're having ads or you're having like endorsements or anything like that, then it's just kind of you doing your own thing. And that kind of adds the beauty of it, because back to what you were saying with the Versus shows, like it's awesome to be able to see all of these big names and people that like, we've looked up to, people that it's $100 plus to go see them in concert. Just see them pop up in their living room or in their studio and play some music that like you love, that's beautiful.
Yeah, the perfect example was the Lil Jon T-Pain one. Other than that, I've kind of felt like they've like gone lower, but I think it's just like the transparency of somebody like feeling like they're there, or they feel like a more personal connection with the artist rather than the artist going live and them acting higher than, or like again, like you said, you can't treat it like you're there performing in front of people. You kind of just have to have that transparency to be able to connect through the screen.
Yeah. So. Yeah, totally. You know, and I think that it's a new frontier. You know, we're going to get even more virtual as time goes on. Just like how Travis Scott was his own avatar inside of Fortnite. People are going to digitize themselves or look for ways to digitize themselves to be involved in this whole thing. So we'll see. We'll see kind of how it goes, you know?
I could see them showing a whole movie on Fortnite.
They already have. They did it.
The episodes with Punk'd, right?
No, they showed Star Wars in it. Or sorry, they showed the trailer.
No, they showed the trailer. A part of the trailer, yeah.
And then they showed the 10-minute clips.
I remember that.
Chance the Rapper's version of Punk'd on Quibi, I think it's called.
A whole movie though would be.
I mean, I feel like that's not too far off. Like I'm pretty sure they have it. I think either they have to find the right movie that does it, or until Fortnite ends up making their own movie. But
it should be cool too, I guess.
Yeah, I think like Netflix should do something like that, like how they had Bandersnatch, where you can choose your own fate. Like,
Netflix and Fortnite doing something would be nice.
That would be dope.
I could see that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, yeah, like you said, the world is going virtual. You know, hop on the train now. Like, if you can, you know, whatever. If you can contribute, or if you got something to contribute, you know, like. This is the time to do it, you know? Like, don't think I'll just do it after the quarantine, because you're probably just going to procrastinate and do it again. And push it off.
Yeah.
There's a lot of time right now, like a lot of time, you know? So,
yeah. Since we're talking about somebody connecting with us through the screen, there's one person I've been watching a lot, like rewatching shows and movies that they're in, that I've been like feeling really connected to. Yeah, no. Anyone want to take a guess?
What person is that, Sin?
I'm talking about Jason Bateman, bro. I'm talking about Jason Bateman.
Man, I would have never guessed Jason Bateman.
Yeah, me neither.
Can't tell the sarcasm. I don't like your tone.
I was like, what are you getting at? Please finish.
Ozarks, bro. I've been watching Ozarks for
Ozark is so fire, bro. I rewatched the last episode the other day just because I wanted to, of season 3. And I was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good show. All 3 seasons.
It's amazing because I think probably the first time that I can recall watching Jason Bateman, like where I knew that like that was him, was probably Dodgeball.
Yeah.
You know, he was just a comedic kind of side character and in that movie, and I thought that that's kind of like how he was in general. But then when I researched him and I've seen how many movies he's been a part of and how long he's been acting, directing, all these different things, like he was in Little House on the Prairie, like back in the 80s and stuff like that. It's just I started to get an appreciation for him for sure.
Bro, I was re-looking at the list of movies he was in or was a part of. And there's just so many gems that, like, when you think back to the movie, you think about him and you're just like, yo, he kind of plays the same character, but I feel like every movie has, like, a different twist on what type of person he is or the type of character he portrays. Other than Dodgeball, because Dodgeball, that's unmatched. This is character.
Well, he plays that perfect, like, just regular person character.
Right.
You know, like, just that day-to-day regular guy. Like, even in Ozarks, you know, he just seems like he's just an accountant, you know.
He's not
like,
that regular, though.
No, he's not. He's I'm wondering, like, even in Ozarks, it's like, fam, how'd you even fall into this? Like, who hit you up? Who told you that, like, this is what's going on? Like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
It makes me wonder who else went, like, who auditioned for the lead role, to where Jason Bateman just, like, came up and snatched that role from them.
Well, he wrote the show. Like, that's his show, you know? So he was like, well, I'm going to do my show. Because he has another show. Whenever he directs a show, he's usually the one that's in it. There's another one. He
knows what he wants done.
There's another one called The Outsider on HBO. And he's the main character, and then he ends up killing himself off. Other people kind of write shows, like different episodes. Yeah, it's on the quick dive, you know, so it's been spoiled.
If y'all haven't been keeping up with Skywalker Mike's quick dive, then you'd know Jason Bateman is dead. If you haven't,
if you saw The Outsider, you know he's dead.
And if you haven't been keeping up with it, you should just subscribe to our Patreon so that way you can be involved with those.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. There you go. But yeah, like he's usually, because he already knows how it's supposed to look, how it's supposed to be, the aesthetic, the vibe.
I feel like Ozark is really just the culmination of the type of character that he wants to play.
Right.
You know, like if I look back at seasons 1, 2, and 3, it's like it's really him being him in a situation. You know what I mean? Like if he was thrown and thrusted into the situation of money laundering and like him dealing with the cartel, this is Jason Bateman dealing with the cartel, like what he would do throughout it while trying to like stay alive, you know?
Bro, I think I just lost my train of thought. I'm done. Yeah, sorry, somebody else take off.
Nah, it's all good.
It's got Jason Bateman stuck in my brain, bro.
Plus, I was watching another movie that I was watching, which is, you know, I think a classic is Hancock.
Classic.
Bateman and Will Smith. It's like it's the dopest superhero movie before superhero movies really got popping. You know what I mean? Like
it's a classic Will Smith movie.
I mean, but like when at first I would say yes. But like after watching Ozarks and after becoming a fan of Jason Bateman, I was like, I watched it Hancock again, and I was like, oh, he's the star of this movie. Like,
hands down,
Will Smith is the supporting character in like what's going on, because it nothing would have happened without
Jason Bateman's character.
Without him really initiating what's going on. And what would you do if you found out that your wife is a superhuman that's been around for eons? You know, like and he's just trying to have a regular life.
Not like that, but he's with some fire ass females in these shows and movies, bro.
Oh, he keeps it up, bro. And Horrible Bosses, he had Jennifer.
Jennifer Aniston. He had Charlize Theron, bro. This dude's killing it.
Except Horrible Bosses is my favorite one, probably.
Horrible Bosses. Did you see 1 and 2?
Yeah, I like.
I only watched 1. I've never seen 2.
2 is cool. It's a little extra, but 1 is my favorite.
Really good Jason Bateman movie that he's a part of is Juno. Juno's such a good movie.
He plays.
He's in that movie.
Is he the teacher or is he the dad?
No, so he's the dad. So Juno's gonna give up their baby to this couple, and it's him and Jennifer Garner.
Okay, got it.
And then he's kind of more like he's just one of those characters, bro. That like he just super regular dude, but he's kind of like a douche, but like he doesn't come off as a douche.
He's just very sarcastic.
He just makes these decisions, and he's kind of just like the decisions, like his decision. Nobody else influences it. This is just like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Is he in Dodgeball or did he direct Dodgeball?
No, he's in Dodgeball.
He's in it.
He's one of the judges.
He's Cotton.
No, he's not Cotton.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. He talks about Cotton.
I forgot what his character is.
I'll find it right now. I got you.
But he's just one of the judges for the Ocho.
Pepper
broadcaster.
Pepper Brooks.
Oh, okay.
How was a grown ass man go be called Pepper? That's funny.
He's all wearing. I forget what type of jersey it is, but with the baseball glasses on too, with the spiky hair, like that's probably like his most outgoing character.
Him just chewing gum.
Bro, I would love to see just like imagine they did a spinoff of them just commentating other like sports, not just dodgeball.
They need to do a dodgeball too.
They were supposed to.
Like the plot is already written for itself. Shout out the homie Cam Prime, a coworker of mine. He came up with this plot, and it just makes perfect sense. And he was like, "Yo, they need to make a dodgeball too, because at the end, Ben Stiller gets fat, and he has to go to Average Joe's to start losing weight, and like then he becomes a part of their dodgeball team, you know, in like a new league that ends up happening." Because Vince Vaughn comes through and like helps him like lose weight and everything like that. And there's like somebody else like somebody crazy who like lifts, like it could be The Rock, honestly. Like it could be like The Rock, or it could be just somebody else who's like a lifter, like maybe Terry Crews or something like that. You know,
I could see The Rock. I could see The Rock versus and Kevin Hart on the opposite team.
Of course, you got to have Kevin Hart. I mean, anytime that there's a Rock, you got to have Kevin Hart. And like even in what's the movie that they did? Criminal Intelligence. Jason Bateman was in that too.
Was he really?
Oh, yeah. Central Intelligence.
Central Intelligence. Yeah. That's what it was. Not Criminal.
Yeah.
Central Intelligence.
Central Intelligence. That's a recent one too. I forgot about that. Yeah. Honestly, the two of my favorite things that he's done recently are the two shows, Ozark and The Outsider. Like that's a part of Jason Bateman that I haven't really seen in a lot. I know he's done like another suspense movie called The Gift, but I mean it's okay. It's okay. But that was like when he dipped his toe into like the suspense side.
Yeah.
So Ozarks and The Outsider have like a darker feel. Like there's like zero comedy. It's all drama. It's just all either dark or
you know what's interesting about that is that I think like the comedy genre in general, I think is like going away. You know, where they're like the comedy genre is now reserved for kids movies. You know, like that's kind of where the comedy is at. And the reason for that is because they're just injecting comedy in every type of other movie. You know, like even when I'm watching Ozarks, like I think he's hilarious in Ozarks.
Easy,
like
the
things that he says. So
it's in a different type of way though. Like not like a haha funny. That's like, oh, that's kind of fucked up.
That's dope though, because you relate to that. Because like
it's more relatable.
Yeah, I agree to that. And
just savagery type thing. Yeah.
It's like the perfect time for him to be him. Mm-hmm. You know, another person that I'm waiting to do that and not to like do it over the top is Ryan Reynolds. I'm waiting for Ryan Reynolds to be in like an Ozark type of movie where it's funny, but it's like serious, or a show where it's funny, but like there's real shit that's going on, you know?
Yeah.
What do you mean, bro? Who's in Detective Pikachu? Just kidding.
Come on, fam.
Like another person that's done that recently that's kind of stepped into their show. I just had it at the top of my head. I just had it. So
it happened to me, bro. That Jason Bateman just like, he got you thinking. You just, bro. Another while you think of that, bro, I just remember he was in Couples Retreat, and Couples Retreat's a really good movie. And there's also another movie him and Vince Vaughn.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I wish Vince Vaughn would act some more. I feel like he's like done with acting, but like
he's done.
He's always been hilarious to me.
He's hilarious. He's dated now. Like there's a handful of comedians that I don't see no more because they just keep recycling their jokes, like George Lopez. Sadly.
Bro, George Lopez stays in the IE, bro. George Lopez is at the casino all the time because he has a restaurant there.
Not no more.
Well, not now, but
like there's like he's one of them. I think that's kind of just lost his touch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like Jason Bateman has range. Oh, Adam Sandler, that's one that has stepped out of the box with Uncut Gems.
Yes,
to do something that like even on parts of Uncut Gems, it seemed funny even though it's not supposed to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just so much was happening in that film that you couldn't tell if he was being funny or if he was overacting, but it was a very complex movie, but it still did really well.
Vince Vaughn needs a show. Just like how Jason Bateman has a show, Vince Vaughn needs a show in order to showcase this new version of what he's doing. You know, or like Kevin James or someone like that. You know, like that.
Wow. Kevin James in a serious role?
Yeah, it would be fire, bro, because Paul Blart, that's not going to cut it.
He did what's the show called? Not King of the Hill, King of Queens. There we go.
That's that was a funny show.
It was a hilarious show. It was actually
sitcom, but I can't see it.
Yeah.
Mario Lopez?
No,
in case you don't know what's happening, JMKM is letting us know different characters.
Bro, you're not just laughing. Tell them.
But it's about being connected, Nuri. It's about being connected.
Yeah. Shout out Productive Culture.
I think it's going back to Bateman. I think it's crazy that he has a show with HBO and with Netflix.
Yeah.
His next platform
money.
is Hulu.
He's getting money. And honestly,
Amazon Prime, all that.
I could see him on Amazon Prime for sure. And HBO is about to kill it with that HBO Max. Like they're getting things ready. Like
we should do an episode on what will be on there. And
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. We can talk about everything that's been rumored and everything that's like.
Speaking of Hulu, did you guys catch the season finale of Dave?
Speaking of what? What did you say?
Instead of Hulu.
Hulu. Oh.
No, I've just been watching Lego Masters.
Oh, that was the season.
I wouldn't know, Narik. Have yet to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched Dave yet. I'm on episode 5 of Dave.
Yeah, the season finale is fire.
Yeah, I finished. It's okay.
Such a good show.
I expected a little bit more, but it was cool for what it is. I
think it's because
I didn't think it was the season finale. Like, it didn't feel like it. I thought there was going to be another episode next week.
Do you think that he's going to get a second season?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm a Lil Dicky fan, just him as a person.
I'm not really. I mean, he's cool. I'm not a fan. Maybe of his like comedy stuff, which is kind of what he does. But like music-wise, I'm not really a fan. It's just funny.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily a fan. Although that Brain EP that he did, I thought was genius. I thought it was absolutely genius to like have another character and the video and all that kind of stuff.
You know where Brain originally came from, right?
No, where?
Look up the song "Pillow Talking." I'll send it to you afterwards.
Oh yeah. Okay. I know that's where he came from. When I heard "Pillow Talking" and then they actually made the EP after and had a game feature for some random ass reason. That was crazy.
Random ass feature, bro.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. But I respect him because obviously he can rap. Like that's like you can't take that away from him.
It's like Logic. I respect it. That's it.
Lil Dicky's better than Logic.
Logic. Oh,
Lil Dicky's better than Logic.
Mac Miller is the only one that I'll accept.
Hey, that's a fact.
He's the only one.
We get one white rapper at a time.
Everyone else is a little too corny.
I can only choose one.
Yes, one white rapper per generation. Last generation was Eminem. This generation is Mac Miller. Rest in peace. And I don't know who the next generation is going to be, but
Lil Dicky. This 2020 is Lil Dicky. The decade of 2020 is Lil Dicky.
Oh man!
But yeah, other than that, I think we covered all our bases, all our topics. Anything else you guys want to add? Maybe.
And let's see. Do you guys have any plans? I've just been making music, like during this quarantine and stuff. So I haven't been planning nothing. But I'm trying to make Logic songs.
You trying to make the same song over and over and over again? That's crazy.
The same song over.
That's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and then I've been telling JMCam like make sure to put the little stutter feature, because he mixes my stuff. So just like stutter all of my bars before they come in every like 4th to 8th bar. You know what I mean? And I think we got something.
We love you, Logic. We love you.
You love Logic. I can live without him.
But before we leave, I do want to say follow me on social media platforms. Follow Soundflick Pod. Contribute on Patreon. We have some things that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
With that,
look out for our next Netflix party. We're going to be getting that popping.
Add me on.
I already have my pick. I'm ready.
If you guys play video games, play with me because I'd be bored as hell.
Wait, Skywalker, do you have COD? Do you have Call of Duty?
I only have Warzone because I don't want to pay for fights.
Warzone sucks. I hate Warzone, but I feel it. Yeah.
Are you just on PS4 or you got Xbox too?
PS4 only.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. You just gotta play cross-platform. I mean, you can play Fortnite together.
I play Red Dead too. So if you guys have
Red Dead is just such a long game, but it's so.
I'm on GTA and I'm also on 2K. So.
Oh, we can run GTA together. I've been doing heists all day.
I'm down to run that. We can get together.
Add me on Xbox Zexy Profit ZEXY.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Bro,
not with that name.
That gamer tag. It's funny because I'll be smashing kids in COD.
Whoa!
Like, yo, Zexy.
Smash your kids. I don't know about that one.
You're smashing kids and your name is Zexy. Okay, I think we're done with episode.
Cut it right there.
We're gonna cut this out.
I don't think this outro does me justice. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Here, you started us out. Go ahead and outro us. Go ahead.
Okay. Once again, follow us all individually on our own collective Instagrams. Support what we're doing. I just dropped a song. Rick just dropped a visual. Skywalker is amazing at graphics. So make sure you follow Skywalker. Hit him up for that. Is it cool if I play that new song that just dropped for you guys for the end of the song?
No.
Yeah, man, let's play it, man.
All right. Well, again, my name is Ace Sincere. We got Skywalker, Mike, Narik. That's cool. We appreciate you guys. This song is called Just Fly. Shade featuring your boy Ace Sincere. Young Flacco is the outro. See you guys later.
All right, guys. Peace.
I feel so restless. My one wish is leave me more breathless than I've ever been. Take me to the skies like I'm in another land. Spread your wings and take flight. Spread your wings through the skies. I'll fly. Y'all right here with no more night.